Can I tell you the most expensive mistake I see people make on their healing journey? They find the right protocol, the right peptides, the right supplements. They do everything by the book. And they wonder why it's not working the way it should. And the answer almost every time is this: they skip the foundation. You cannot heal a body that is locked in survival mode. You can throw the best tools in the world at it, and your body will use every resource it has just to keep you alive. Not to rebuild, not to restore, not to thrive. Today we fix that. Welcome back to Biological Restoration. I'm Amber. And if you're joining us for the first time, go back and listen to the first episode. It lays the foundation and framework for everything we're building here. Today, we're talking about your nervous system specifically, why it is the single most important foundation for any healing protocol you will ever undertake. And I'm going to give you 3 practical tools that you can use today, not someday, today, to start shifting it. Here's what you need to understand about your nervous system. It has 2 primary states. The first is sympathetic activation. What most people know is fight or flight. Your heart rate goes up, your digestion slows down, blood moves away from your organs and into your muscles. Your body floods with cortisol and adrenaline. This state was designed for short bursts, run from the predator, survive the crisis, then recover. The second state is parasympathetic activation. We all know that as rest and digest. This is where all the healing happens, where cellular repair happens, where your immune system does its best work, where hormones regulate, and where sleep actually restores you. Here's the problem. Most people in the modern world are running sympathetic activation, which is fight or flight, as their baseline. Not because they're being chased, but because of deadlines and notifications and financial stress and old trauma that they never got processed and inflammatory foods. And yes, even those screens at midnight and a nervous system that never got the signal that the threat was over. Your body doesn't know the difference between a lion and a difficult email. To your nervous system, stress is stress, and chronic stress means chronic survival mode. And here's why this matters for everything we talk about on the show. Peptides, supplements, hormone protocols, they all work through biological pathways that require a regulated nervous system to function properly. If you are chronically dysregulated, you are working against yourself every single day. Now, I want to take this one layer deeper because there's a third state that most people don't talk about. And it might be the one that's actually running the show for you. Dr. Stephen Porges called it the dorsal vagal state, and it shows up as shutdown, flatness, that I know I should care, but I just don't feeling. Chronic fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, emotional numbness, disconnection from your own body. This actually isn't depression in the conventional sense. This is a nervous system that has been in threat response for so long it had to collapse into conservation mode. It's protecting you the only way it knows how, by turning everything down. If that sounds familiar, if you've been told you're fine on paper, but you feel like you're running on empty, this is often where the answer lives. And the beautiful thing, it's not permanent. It's not who you are, it's a state. And states can change. So let's talk about what you can actually do. I'm going to give you 3 tools, all free, all evidence-based, and all available to you right now. The first tool is called the physiological sigh. The fastest way to shift your nervous system out of fight or flight is something called physiological sigh. It's a double inhale through your nose, 2 short, sharp inhales followed by 1 long, slow exhale through the mouth. That's it. Do it with me right now. Inhale through your nose. So you inhale again, top it off, and now exhale slow and long all the way out. Let's do it again. It's even better if you make a noise when you do it. That exhale activates your vagus nerve, the main highway of your parasympathetic system. Stanford neuroscientist Andrew Huberman has done extensive research on this. 1 to 3 repetitions can meaningfully shift your state within 30 seconds. That's not a wellness trend. That's your biology working exactly as it was designed. Tool 2. Cold exposure, brief and intentional. The second tool is deliberate cold exposure. And before you tune out, I'm not asking you to sit in an ice bath. I'm talking about the last 30 to 60 seconds of your shower turned to cold. Here's what is happening physiologically. Cold activates your sympathetic system sharply and briefly, and then your body must regulate back down. You're essentially training your nervous system to move through activation and return to baseline over time. This builds what researchers call autonomic flexibility, the ability to respond to stress without getting stuck in it. Start with 15 seconds, build to 60. Do it consistently for 2 weeks and notice what shifts, not just in the shower, but how you respond to everything else. Tool number 3, morning light the first 30 minutes. The third tool is the one that costs the least and gets ignored the most. Morning sunlight, natural light in your eyes, not through a window, not through sunglasses, within 30 minutes of waking up. This says something very specific. It sets your circadian rhythm, your body's master clock, which governs cortisol timing, melatonin production, sleep quality, and nervous system regulation throughout the entire day. Yes, morning sunlight helps regulate your nightly sleep quality. A dysregulated circadian rhythm is a dysregulated nervous system. And most people are starting every single day without ever sending their body the most basic environmental signal it needs. 5 minutes outside, no phone, just light. It sounds almost insultingly simple, and it is one of the highest leverage things you can do for your biology. Here's what I want you to take away from today. Nervous system regulation is not a nice to have. It is not the soft, fuzzy part of your healing protocol that you get to once the real work is done. It is the real work. It is the soil everything grows in. When we talk about peptides on this show, and we will go deeper into peptides, this is the lens we're always coming back to. Are you using this tool to restore? Or are you using it to override a body that is desperately trying to tell you something? Because those two are very different things, and they produce two very different outcomes. Biological restoration starts here, with the foundation, with the nervous system, with the signal that says you are safe, you can heal now. Your homework before the next episode, and yes, I give homework, is to pick one of the 3 tools we've talked about today and commit to it for 7 days. Just one of them. The physiological sigh with noise, the cold exposure at the end of your shower, or the morning light. 7 days. And let's notice what shifts. In episode 3, we're going cellular. We're going to talk about what actually is happening at the mitochondrial level within your body when it's chronically inflamed, and why that changes everything about how we approach restoration. It's one of my favorite topics, And I think it's going to shift the way you see your own health completely. Thank you for being here. Follow the show so you don't miss it. Share it with someone who needs it, because trust me, they're out there. I'm Amber. This is Biological Restoration, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.